LPBW's Tori Roloff send a clear message about Matt's farm decision. Little people, big world stars. Zach and Tori Roloff sent a clear message about his dad Matt's decision to relist Roloff Farms for sale. In a June 19th episode of their Raising Heights podcast, the former TLC stars opened up about Matt trying to offload a portion of the farm in Helvetia, Ore, after declining to sell it to his adult children. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am Elena and I hope you are well. If you like the video, please subscribe the channel USA Dramatic Show and press the bell icon. Toward the end of the sit-down, Zach and Tori answered a question from fans about whether they've been back to the farm after negotiations to purchase the property fell through. I think it was at Mateo's birthday thing, Zach said of the last time his family was there for his nephew's December celebration. And before that, it was probably Mateo's birthday, the previous year. The farm is definitely not a place that we seek out, Tori admitted. We try to avoid it, honestly, at this point. That's when Zach addressed both the sale of Roloff Farms and the ongoing rift between him and Matt. I was really hoping the farm would sell, honestly, like quick, he shared, because then now it's kind of been dragged out. But then there's other dynamics too, that have just changed that it's like, there's just no reason to go there. Zach elaborated, it brings up a lot of resentment and old feelings. This bubble has been popped, and now it's very difficult to see it. It's a cool space. It would be awesome for our kids to be there, but now it's unrealistic. He added, we'll go over there for birthday parties, but that's about it. In 2021, Zach and Tori moved their family to Battleground Wash after talks to purchase the Roloff Farms broke down between Zach's father. They live there with their 3 kids, Jackson, 8, Lila, 5, and Josiah, 3. LPBW, Roloff family member, comes out during Pride Month. Little People, Big World star, Jacob Roloff's wife, Isabel, officially came out as bisexual during Pride Month. Earlier in June, Isabel posted a video on TikTok clarifying her sexuality. Hi. So I've been wanting to make this video for years, quite literally years now, she began her message. But a few things have held me back, or it just hasn't felt like the right time. But now I feel more ready than ever to just kind of, in honor of Pride Month, just kind of tell my truth. Isabel, who married Jacob, Matt, and Amy Roloff's youngest child in 2019, and welcomed a son, Mateo, in 2021, then made the bold revelation. I am bi, she declared. She explained, it's something that I've known about myself my whole life, but I didn't really come to terms with it until a couple of years ago. In the clip, Isabel also mentioned that she married into a very religious family and that she was worried that if I came out or I was open about my sexuality, that they wouldn't want to have relationships with me. In a different TikTok upload, Isabel later shared that one Roloff family member reached out to share their support for her coming out. Only one of them reached out and said that it doesn't change how she feels about me and she loves me, she wrote in response to a fan's question. It honestly meant everything.
Fans have continued to follow the Roloff family on Little People, Big World for years, from the long-running show and on social media. Recently, news has come out that one of the Roloff sons had to be taken to the hospital. While there, fans took note that family matriarch Amy Roloff was at her son's side. Little People, Big World fans recently took note of how involved Amy Roloff is with her family. Little People, Big World is TLC series that initially premiered back in 2006. The series revolved around the Roloff family, initially headed by Matt and Amy and their 4 children, Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob. As seen on the show, Matt, Amy, and Zach have dwarfism. Amy and Matt, who were married in 1987, ultimately divorced in 2016. Since then, Amy married Chris Merrick in 2021. Recently, on social media, fans have taken note of how involved Amy is with her family. As one fan wrote, Amy truly is the real MVP of the Roloff family. The commenter continued, she really is such a great mom/grandma and is always there to help when her family needs her. Also, glad to hear Jacob is okay and feeling better. Included in the post was a screenshot of Amy visiting her son Jacob in the hospital while he was lying down in a bed. As the caption wrote, "Reminder to stay hydrated. Jacob just got heat stroke at exhaustion yesterday, and it landed him in the ER." Jacob was the first family member to leave the TLC series. Especially if you work outside or on a farm. Please be careful. He's feeling better but still not 100%. Amy is an angel and came and took him, so I could stay with Mateo and preserve some energy to be a mom the next day. She really is such a good mom. Jacob George is the youngest of Amy and Matt's 4 children. As noted by the post, he currently lives and works on the family farm. He is married to Isabel Sophia Rock, who is believed to be the one who shared the post. The couple have a son, Mateo, who was born in late 2021. Jacob was the first of the family to leave Little People Big World. Back in March 2025, he explained his decision on Instagram. He shared, "This spring marks 10 years since I got my money from the show I was on for over 10 years of my life. I was 18 and finally had the agency to not sign the contract, so I didn't, and promptly left home mostly due to disgust for the show and reality TV in general." After seeing the recent post, many fans have commended Amy for being there for her family. A few Little People Big World fans also wish that they had someone like her in their lives. Some comments included, "I've always really liked her. I think she's always been there for her kids. That's why I hated when Z and T were so cold to her for a couple seasons. Made it uncomfortable to even watch at points. But I'm glad things seem to have turned around and all her kids treat her well. She truly deserves it. I love Amy. She's been through so much with Matt and tried to keep her head down and soldier on and keep her family together." Since quitting Little People Big World a decade ago, Jacob Roloff has not had positive things to say about his time on reality TV, but the TLC personality has taken what he can from his experience, using the money he earned from the show to create a full and vibrant life with his wife and son. He recently said, Jacob grew up on his family's TLC series, which chronicled his life with his parents, Matt and Amy Roloff, and siblings Jeremy Roloff, Zach Roloff, and Molly Roloff. He left the show when he turned 18, a decision he has never regretted. "This spring marks 10 years since I got my money from the show I was on for over 10 years of my life," Jacob, 28, wrote in a March 2025 Instagram post. "I was 18 and finally had the agency to not sign the contract, so I didn't, and promptly left home mostly due to disgust for the show and reality TV in general." After Jacob walked away from TV, he used the money he'd earned from LPBW to build my world back again with my wife, rather than capitalize on it for all it was worth. For better or worse, he added. Jacob married Isabel Rock in 2019. Their son Mateo was born in 2021. Since exiting Little People Big World, Jacob has occasionally spoken out about his time on the show. In 2016, he wrote on Instagram that he would never return to playing a character on LPBW. In a 2020 social media update, he revealed he had been sexually abused by a producer on the show. A few years later, he shared in a Twitter post that he was paid roughly $6 per hour to be filmed for my whole childhood. I'm still called rich, derisively LOL. Jacob grew up on his family's TLC series, which chronicled his life with his parents, Matt and Amy Roloff, and siblings Jeremy Roloff, Zach Roloff, and Molly Roloff. He left the show when he turned 18, a decision he has never regretted. "This spring marks 10 years since I got my money from the show I was on for over 10 years of my life," Jacob, 28, wrote in a March 2025 Instagram post. "I was 18 and finally had the agency to not sign the contract, so I didn't, and promptly left home mostly due to disgust for the show and reality TV in general." After Jacob walked away from TV, he used the money he'd earned from LPBW to build my world back again with my wife, rather than capitalize on it for all it was worth. For better or worse, he added. Jacob married Isabel Rock in 2019. Their son Mateo was born in 2021. Since exiting Little People Big World, Jacob has occasionally spoken out about his time on the show. In 2016, he wrote on Instagram that he would never return to playing a character on LPBW. In a 2020 social media update, he revealed he had been sexually abused by a producer on the show. A few years later, he shared in a Twitter post that he was paid roughly $6 per hour to be filmed for my whole childhood. I'm still called rich, derisively LOL. Little People, Big World was canceled in 2024 after 25 seasons. Jacob imagines a future for Roloff Farms beyond Little People, Big World. Related. Little People, Big World. Jacob and Isabel Roloff confirm they live on Roloff Farms. These days, Jacob is helping his father with the day-to-day business of running Roloff Farms. He lives on the property with his wife and son. Raising his own child in the place where he grew up has been insightful, Jacob shared. It's also caused him to consider the future of Roloff Farms. What is the farm without a TV crew? He wondered. What can the farm be without TV? Roloff Farms was featured prominently in Little People, Big World, and a dispute between Matt and Jacob's brother Zach over a possible sale of the land was a major storyline in the later seasons. In a follow-up comment, Jacob said he'd never have the money to buy this place at market value, but he still has a vision for his family's property. He wants to make it a vital part of the local community rather than just an attraction for LPBW fans. Pumpkin season is no doubt still huge for us, and we appreciate those loyal folks who make it out every year. My dream would be that our farm can encourage a more localized community space instead of so heavily relying on out-of-town tourism, Jacob wrote. It has been fun meeting people from all over the world, but I'd also love to meet some more of our neighbors here in Oregon. Farmland is sacred now, he wrote, especially in a world of nearly lost topsoil and diminishing nutrient density in our foods. And on a larger scale, with farmland all over the country being bought and developed, I am grateful for the opportunity to be where I am to steward this land the best I can. Jacob, Roloff's wife Isabel, claims they don't get paid for LPBW reruns. Isabel Rock is sharing an update on the farm after husband Jacob Roloff left TLC's reality series Little People, Big World. Rock uploaded a TikTok on Thursday, March 27th, of Roloff tending to a plant in response to a user asking about their plans to take over the farm. Rock wrote over the video, "We can't afford to fully buy it from Matt Roloff, but we do love living here while we can, and Jacob takes good care of it. Jacob deserves the land, as do all the kids. I hope TLC still pays kids for reruns. People totally watch the show because of the kids," another commented. Rock responded, "They definitely do not pay the kids for reruns, haha." Jacob left his family's reality series in 2014, shortly after he turned 18. The series followed the ups and downs of Roloff Farms, which was located in Hillsboro, Oregon. The land was purchased by Matt and his ex-wife, Amy Roloff, who at the time was pregnant with their twin boys, Jeremy and Zach Roloff. They welcomed their sons in 1990 before adding daughter Molly and son Jacob to their family in 1993 and 1997. In 2021, Matt opted not to sell off part of the land to Zach, who ultimately relocated from Oregon to Washington with his wife Tori Roloff. The next year, Matt revealed he listed the 16 acres for sale and claimed that the boys did not want the farm. Zach, for his part, set the record straight via social media, alleging that Matt's statement was extremely misguided and false. Matt later shared his plans of converting the space into a rental. All of the families that looked at the farm but couldn't get their heads around the long-term commitment of purchasing it are now going to be able to stay here as a short-term rental. So I think Airbnb, he told Entertainment Tonight in December 2022. We're going to set the farm up for more people to share it for a week or less than a week. So we're very excited about that.